Do you want to be unstoppable? The power of connecting, networking, and writing a good book. I'm Christine Mantyla, and you are connecting with me. This is Connections, where you get to meet my amazing friends, people that I know, work with, nonprofits that I love, all to connect and grow within my community and learn how to do this in your community. In this episode, we meet Mary West of the Mary West Network. Be sure to stick around to the end to hear the key takeaways. Hi, Christine here.
Hello.
And Mary West of the Mary West Network. Mary West is a connector, author, speaker, and producer. And we are here to talk about all things connecting. Hey, Mary.
Hello. Thank you for having me today.
So glad you're here. So real quick, where are you? Where are you located?
I'm in Paulsville, Washington, across the water from Seattle, Washington.
Very, very nice. I love that we can Zoom today. I love that we can connect in this way. We're connecting people, we're connecting businesses, we're connecting nonprofits, entrepreneurs, and we're teaching everyone what connecting is. And you are the perfect person to share about connecting. Can you tell me a little bit about the Mary West Network and how it spans across 9 states?
Thank you. I started the Mary West Network over 20 years ago. And then when COVID hit, we also started being on Zoom. So several different businesses that can do their business anywhere are part of our members in the Mary West Network.
How did Mary West Network start?
Many years ago, I was with a company, and I thought, it's great to work with business owners because they get it. They understand about helping each other. So I started the Mary West Network with just 2 people in Silverdale, Washington. And then we started inviting more, and then it started growing and growing and growing. So now we have 3 in person, one in Silverdale, Washington, one in Bremerton, Washington, and one in Gig Harbor, Washington. But we also have several in different states now because of Zoom.
I love it. So over 20 years of connecting. And you were starting to say COVID. How did that work out? So you guys were all live and then COVID pushed you over that edge to digital.
Right. And at first I'm pretty technology challenged. So a couple of my wonderful members, Valerie Harris and Mitch McEnroe, suggested that we get on Zoom. I at first I said, go ahead, I'm not interested. But then they convinced me that Zoom wasn't so hard to do. So we started on Zoom, and now we have several people in different states.
Yay. Well, I'm glad you started on Zoom because I joined you online. COVID made me search for different ways to share our business and what we were doing. And since then, I've met so many people. I love it. And everyone I've met, I'm still either connected with in some way. David Cook, Valerie Harris, Karen McNamara. I can't remember all their names. Bon Cook.
Leslie Burnett.
I love it. Patrick Snow. And, and there's so much more. I'm looking at my notes right now because I want to make sure. Going into a little bit more detail about what the Mary West Network is, can you tell us a little bit about, what happens when someone joins and what it's like for them in their business?
Well, we feel like one big happy family helping each other grow our businesses. And over the years, many of the members have become lifelong friends. So we enjoy it that way too. But I also believe that we get to know each other even more, sometimes just having fun. So with the Mary West Network, the first 2 Tuesdays on Zoom, we basically have a business tip. Well, everyone goes around, takes a minute to introduce themselves and what they do. And then we have a business tip to help towards growing their businesses, follow up, time management, all the different types of things to help us grow our businesses. And so that's the first 2 Tuesdays of each month on Zoom. Then the 3rd Tuesday, we have, it's a fun theme day. So we've had travel days, we've had baking days, we've had wear your favorite sunglasses days and wear your favorite hat days, whatever. And just through the having fun, we get to know each other even more that way. Then the 4th Tuesday, we have a mastermind session. So the way that works is a couple of the members on that particular day can choose to be focused on. Then they share with us what's gone well over the last couple of weeks, and then share with us some of their challenges that they're having. Then the attendees that day help to share ideas how to overcome some of those challenges. And it's very, very powerful. And then if they want to be held accountable, which we encourage them to do, some people like to be held accountable and some don't, so it's up to them. But if they choose to be held accountable, then I hook them up with one of my co-hosts to help keep them accountable for 3 months. And then also if they want to share their goals, I love it when they share their goals, because I love to help them any way I can towards reaching their goals. So the mastermind session, the fourth Tuesday of each month, is really, really powerful. And then at the other networking groups, we also do some of the same things. We also started Debbie Gilman from Debbie Gilman Photography. We started, it's called showcasing, and the members can choose a 2-week period, the first 2 weeks of a month or the last 2 weeks of a month. And we encourage all of our members to help. Well, we help each other all year long, but we encourage our members during those 2 weeks to focus on helping that particular member. For example, go online and put in their certain industry and try to find them online, and then let them know, personally message to them, let them know if it was easy to find them online or hard to find them online, and go to their website and check out their website. Do some comments on some of their Facebook posts, because that helps, and several other things that we encourage the members to do to help that member during their showcasing time. And that has been, those who have chosen to do it, have chosen to be showcased, have said that it has really helped them with
That
their
goes
business.
beyond connecting into such an incredible support for business. I love that.
Yeah, we're happy that Debbie came up with that idea for us this year.
Well, in your connecting, those are wonderful Zooms, by the way. I love the mastermind because you really have that perspective of someone outside looking in, which is always a good one, because sometimes when you're in it, you can't see it. So definitely, if anyone's interested, check out that mastermind Zoom. But I want to go back to also what you do in your connecting, is because you have this great community and all these networking opportunities, but you're the driving force in making sure that people find and have connections, and you create those connections with warm introductions. Can you share a little bit about that passion and how you get that done? Because you are so good at that.
Well, thank you. There's so many different ways to connect the other business owners. I like to connect business owners because they get it. They understand about helping each other, and we all know people outside of our group. Some of them are in chambers. Some of them are in several different networking groups. Some of them are in bunco groups, and just different groups that they meet people all of the time. So I encourage all of us to connect when we think of somebody that would be interested in knowing, and this kind of runs into referring each other too. If we think of somebody that would be interested in the products, or there's several different ways to connect. You can connect them through a text or through an email, or you can connect them. One of the very best ways, if you live in the same area, is to schedule a one-on-one and meet at some coffee shop that's near, and connect people that way. A lot of times I like to connect 3 or 4 people at the same time. I like to invite someone that I know really well and deepen that relationship. Someone that I kind of know, maybe I met them in a networking meeting one time, and invite them also at the same time. And someone brand new to me, maybe it's somebody that I found one of their business cards on a bulletin board. Invite all 3 of them, and then they love it because they probably haven't met each other before. So you've helped to connect the 3 people together at the same time. So there's several different ways to connect people.
And I like how you said all of the time. Connecting all of the time, no matter where you go, no matter where you are, no matter what space they're in business or you are, there's always a reason to connect, right? Would you say that?
Mm-hmm. Right. There's always a reason to connect. I live by a couple of quotes, and one of them is a quote that I made. You never know who knows who that knows who that may lead you to something wonderful for your life and or business. For example, many years ago, Misha Mineta invited Valerie Harris from Veris Marketing, and she started coming to our group, and that has been a godsend, because she has helped me in so many ways all of these years. So I'm so glad that Misha invited Valerie Harris into our group, and that's an example of you never know who, because I didn't know that Misha knew Valerie until she invited her, and then she joined our networking group. And at first, this is a lesson as far as inviting people. Sometimes it takes 7 to 12 connections in order for them to finally decide that they're interested. So it took a while for Valerie to decide, but after she started coming, she loved it, and she's one of my co-hosts, and she has helped us grow our businesses, grow the networking group and our businesses in many different ways. So you never know who knows who that knows who that may lead you to something wonderful for your life or your business.
100%, 100%. And you don't know who can help someone that you meet down the road. So keep that in mind when you're meeting people, you guys. Keep it in mind. And then back to Valerie Harris. She is incredible. She has given back in so many ways. So that connection has literally dominoed. She's spoken for me. She's spoken for the college. She's taught marketing. Wonderful, wonderful.
We call her the queen of social media, the queen of outsourcing, and the queen of email marketing. Yeah, she is amazing. If you need any help with any of that, get in touch with Valerie Harris from Veris Marketing.
And Valerie Harris is sponsoring your guys' series. Mary West is a producer. This is new. I love this role. Actually, it's not new. It's newer to me. So I'm glad I'm learning about it today. Mary's been doing this for a little while with Patrick Snow, and it is called the Patrick and Mary Unstoppable Author Interview Series. Mary is the producer. Patrick Snow, who I'm going to let Mary talk about right now, is an author and an incredible author. I've taken one of the classes and love it. Love it, love it. Again, I'll let you talk about that. And then Valerie Harris sponsors this incredible new series. So please share.
Yes, I've been working with Patrick for over 20 years. And then 2 years ago, we started doing the Patrick and Mary Unstoppable Author Interview Series. And Patrick has helped over 1,200 people become authors. Patrick is an international best-selling author, professional keynote speaker, publishing, coaching, and speaker coach. So these interviews have been so interesting and inspiring. Different authors from all over the world every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and it's been incredible. I really enjoy every Thursday when we have a different author that he interviews.
So incredible. So I can tell you, in the time that I had, because I took one class. I didn't take a class because I wanted to write a book. I'd thought about it before and thought, I'm just going to join. I'm not serious about it. However, it was amazing. All of the think tank work and the advice, the guidance, the working it out and discussing. And then beyond that, since that class, I believe I had seen 2 or 3 people work with him, work with these classes, work with him, and actually complete their book. So I know Tiu had done another book. I did get The Beasts. Oh my goodness. Who wrote that book?
Ryan Oliver.
Yes, Ryan Oliver. And then
yeah, here's his book. Yeah.
Yes. Beasts, the Men of God's. Yes. And then there was one other who had finished writing a book in this. So I mean, and that's just the few that I knew in the short time that I had joined the Mary West Network, took this author class. Just incredible. So from this point, I'm sure it's been hundreds of books written through your guys' series. At least.
Oh yeah, yes. Patrick has helped over 1,200 become authors. So from all over the world, actually.
Well, just in the last year that I've joined your group. That time that I joined your group from when I took that class.
Well, in my networking group, there's 9 different authors that have gone through Patrick's program to become authors, and he helps them through the whole process of getting it written and through the whole process of becoming an author. I'd like to share, it's a fun story of how I met Patrick Snow, because it's another way that you can meet other business owners that to connect with. So you know how you go to the coffee shops or laundromats or different places where there's the bulletin boards and there's hundreds of business cards up there. Patrick Snow had his card on a bulletin board at one of the stores here in Paulsville, and it was over 20 years ago when I first started my networking groups. I saw his card and I thought, oh, it would be so cool to have an author in my networking group. So I called him, and I remember I was so nervous. The phone was shaking in my hand. And I told him about our networking group. He said, well, Mary, that sounds interesting, but I'm a speaker and I speak all over the world, so I'm gone a lot. And I'm also already in a networking group. He said, but I'll send you a copy of my book. So he sent me a copy of his first book, Creating Your Own Destiny, and I loved it. I read the whole book in 2 days. So I went to his website, and on the website it said you could buy 100 at that time, at 100 books at half price and sell them and make the profit. So I called him up and bought the 100 books and sold those. And shortly after that, he decided to join my networking group. So we've been working together ever since then, and it's been amazing. I love his enthusiasm. He's a fantastic man.
Mary, that's another amazing point. That story you just told, it's you have to be persistent. If that's something you see, that connection, you don't know why you want that connection, you don't know where it's going to lead to, but you feel that that's what you need to do. You go make that connection. And that's incredible that you did that. And a lot of people wouldn't. However, what would you tell someone to encourage them to step up and do something like that, not even knowing the outcome?
Well, all of the businesses that are on the bulletin board, they all are looking for more business, so you can help each other. So I call them, and I mentioned that I do a lot of networking, and suggest that we get together. You know, it's best if you can get together in person, but if not, you can do it on Zoom now if they're out of the area that you're in. But I mentioned that I do a lot of networking, and I'd like to get to know about their business and have them know about my business, and get to know each other well over time, and see if we feel comfortable about referring each other. And a lot of people are interested because they're also looking for business.
So it's just stepping out and doing it then.
Yeah, right.
That is
Yeah,
wonderful.
a lot of people think that it's scary, but that's one of my favorite things to do. So it's really not that hard. You just need to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about some of the things that have happened that have come out of maybe not your story, but the businesses you've seen that have come out of the connections you've made?
Well, for example, with Valerie Harris from Veris Marketing, she has mentioned that 60% of her initial business has come from the Mary West Network. We used to be called Friends at Facebook, but then I decided I might get in trouble using the word Facebook, so I changed it to the Mary West Network. So she has said that 60% of her business has come from the Mary West Network initially, and then some of those people still refer her to this day. And so that's a great story with Valerie Harris. Here recently, one of our travel agents has we started doing a special referral thing here. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And since we started doing that, she's had 5 new people hire her to help them with their travels that they're going to be doing. So, referrals start happening. My other quote that I use a lot is, you can have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. That's a famous Zig Ziglar quote.
Can you say it again?
So you can have everything in life that you want if you just help enough other people get what they want.
I love that.
Famous Zig Ziglar quote. So if you just focus on helping other people, you've heard what goes around comes around, give and receive, and it all works that way. Yeah. So anyway, we just recently started a different referral program, and so we all know about the referral where that they want that product or service. And for example, someone the other day was looking for a doTERRA essential oils person, and we have 2 of our members are in that company. So I referred I referred Dara to Monica. So that's the referral that you know that they want the product or service. But we also started doing I'm calling it I thought of you referral. I thought of you referral. So for example, if someone was talking about that they are traveling and they need some help with all of their travel plans, I would send a message to them, either by text or email, or call them, or some way to get a message to them, and just mention, I thought of you the other day because one of our members is a travel agent. So if you would like some help with our travel agent, you can get in touch with her this way and give the contact information. So a lot of times you think of somebody that can use the product or service of some of the members and just let them know, I thought of you, you might be interested in this.
That's great.
And several referrals. We actually started this on January 29th, and several of the members have started getting more referrals as a result of that.
That's a wonderful way to give back, and always bring up the people that you love working with and doing business with. And you know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You always want to, you always want to know, like, and trust the person that you're referring for two reasons. First of all, you want the person that you are referring them to get excellent service. And also it reflects back on you, because if they get crappy service, they're not going to be very happy with you referring them. To make it a point to get to know, like, and trust the people before you start referring them.
Yeah, that's a big one too. So that means you really do have to get to know the plumber, get to know the person in this group over here for carpenters, or get to know the person networking on solar, as well as the person that has that business in your area. I'm in law, so in law or in education, or you've got, who else? Rose. I'm thinking of Rose. So I know musicians. I have a couple musicians, and I've actually had people ask me who to refer to for music school or training. And I know too. So you're right. And you have to get to know them to refer them.
Right. Yep.
To never miss an opportunity to get to know someone, no matter what business they're in.
Right. Yeah. Just never know what will come of it. I love how all of the connections happen, and it's networking is wonderful. I love it.
And in other states. So Mary is in every state via Zoom. You can join too and be a part of this networking group, just so you know. Now, Mary, are you writing a book right now?
Yes, it's called Networking Your Way to Success. Networking Your Way to Success, Being Unstoppable. Several years ago, Patrick Snow named me Mary Unstoppable West. And the reason he did was actually, I've always wanted to go skydiving, and our oldest son always wanted to go skydiving. So the opportunity came up, and actually 7 of us went that day. So I messaged Patrick afterwards and told him that I'd gone skydiving. And he said, Mary, if you can do that, you can do anything. So then he named you Mary Unstoppable West. So that's why our interview series is called the Patrick and Mary Unstoppable Author Interview Series, because I'm Mary Unstoppable West, according to Patrick.
That's so awesome. That's so inspiring. You went skydiving. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It was fun.
Oh no, nope. How amazing though that you got to do that. So you went with your son and those other friends?
Yeah, our oldest son and his wife and some of my nieces and nephews. There were 7 of us that went.
That is incredible. And again, you guys, Mary is in Washington. So if you're live in that area of Paulsboro, did I say that name right?
Paulsville.
Nope. Did I? Yeah. Paulsboro. If you're in that area, go live to the group. Definitely.
Yeah, we have Paulsville, Washington, or actually I live in Paulsville, but the groups are in Silverdale, Washington, Gig Harbor, Washington, and Bremerton, Washington. And those are all in the same area where I live. So you can go to my website, marywestnetwork.com, marywestnetwork.com, click on click on networking, then scroll down to networking meetings, and all of our networking opportunities are there on our website.
Very, very cool. I love it. We have to tell you, thank you so much for sharing today all of this amazing connecting stuff, because this amazing connecting stuff is incredible. A lot of people want to know how to do it, but don't. They don't actually do it and don't know how to do it. Or when they ask to do it, they kind of don't know why they should do it. And I feel like just joining a group, seeing what it's all about beyond the networking meetings. Everybody has a networking meeting and people show up and maybe you don't have an understanding of, why you're there or what to do, but to have a little bit of guidance, this group has been such an inspiration. It's connected me to amazing people. It's taught me how to get out there more. And I really, really love what you're doing. So thank you for joining.
Well, before we leave, one of my favorite things we also do is we call it our Pay It Forward projects. We have several different nonprofits that we like to help throughout the year. And that's just really rewarding to be helping out in our communities too. So thank you. Thank you for having me on today.
Tell me what you do out in the communities with this project. I love that.
Well, there's several of them. There's Meals on Wheels, Coffee Oasis, George's House, or a few of them. So I love what we do with Meals on Wheels. A few years ago, they deliver meals to homebound seniors. So a few years ago, they started doing a birthday club where they surprise them when they deliver their meals. They surprise them on their birthday with a birthday box of gifts. So what our group does, and they have several organizations that help with the birthday gifts too, but what our group does when they're running low on some of the birthday boxes, we put together several birthday boxes that they have on hand to deliver to the homebound. And so that's really fun, helping in that way. And then with Meals or with Coffee Oasis, they help the homeless youth. And so when they have events, we help with providing some of the meals for their events, or just different things that come up throughout the year when they are needing some extra help. We help with that. So yeah, we have several different nonprofits that we help, and that's one of my favorite things of the Mary West Network.
I love that. That's got to be my favorite thing too. Can people help when they're not in your area? Other members, are they able to?
Well, so they can't, physically help, but if we are getting donations for some of the things, they can donate some money to help towards the different things that we can help with.
Do you have a list of those nonprofit groups that you guys do get to be a part of on your website? Or
I've been meaning to add those to my website, and so I'm glad you brought that up. I'll get that done within the next week or two, so that everyone can know, all the different ones that we do help.
Oh, incredible. Yeah. And hopefully some donations come in from some members out of state, because I love that. Any way to give back is truly amazing for each member of the group. And who doesn't love to do that?
Right.
Start doing it. Oh my goodness. I love this. I love it. Well, I'm so glad that I got to hear more about you. And I'd like to do this again with you soon, because I want to hear how this great show goes with you, Patrick, and Valerie. This is incredible. I know in another 6 months, you probably have 100 more books out.
Right.
Where can we find your book?
I'm in the process of writing it, so it's not out yet. Yeah, my plan is by July 31st. So I'll keep you updated on that.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing with me today. And we'll get all of your information put in the description of this video so people can connect.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Warm introductions, authorship with Patrick Snow, networking and referrals for business growth, and lastly, book writing. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more of my connections, be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future connections.